Hi, I'm Vicky Denton, Editor-in-Chief of FNL Asia Limited. We're joined by two gentlemen here today at the Asian Lubricant Exhibition 2025 at Suntec, Singapore. So, welcome to Singapore. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Glenn Kenreck. I'm with GK Consulting. I've been in the lubricant and fuels and petrochemical industry for more than 40 some odd years. My expertise is in chemical additives for lubricants and fuels.
And hi, I'm JC. I'm actually from Singapore. I've been in this industry for almost 30 years.
And I'm Tommy, the Executive Assistant for Fuels and Lubes Asia Limited.
Tell us why you're here.
I'm looking for some help with a project I'm working on and want to reconnect with people I know here. And so it's kind of a multitasking thing and just find out who's here, what's going on in the industry, and just stay engaged and connected, and also try to get some help with a project to produce a new chemical that's has some innovation to it and put it back in the marketplace.
Sounds fascinating. Are you able to tell us a little bit more about it, or this is all secret?
Well, it's no secret. It's an antioxidant,
Okay.
and it's been used for decades in fuels. It's specified in the jet fuel, mil spec, and the def stand.
Okay.
And it's been out there for a long time. It's not cost competitive today, so I'm trying to find a way to get there from here. It's really good in low temperature applications. I've done the technical work on it. It doesn't really work in high temperature applications because it's volatile like BHT. So in engine oils and high temperature lubricants, it just doesn't perform because it doesn't stay in the fluid. But in low temperature applications like gear oils and metalworking fluids and fuels, it's outstanding.
You know, it's interesting. In the recent 1 or 2 years, I've seen an increase in interest in antioxidants. What's happening in the market? Why is there such an interest in antioxidants today?
Well, the lubricants have to last longer. So in terms of energy efficiency and the green deal, they don't want to make more petroleum fluids. So if you can use it longer, it's good for the planet. And so antioxidants are the magic formula to help preserve the quality of the oils so that they last longer and keep their properties. So that's why antioxidants have become an important part of the lubrication and even the fuels industries.
But this is challenging because there are certain chemicals that you can no longer use today, right?
Yes, yes, and it's changing. And this is one of those chemicals that I'm working on that it eliminates some of the problems with the existing products. And so it technically is a great solution to the problems, but economically we're not yet there yet. So that's what I'm working on is try to
How
close
do
that
you
gap.
get there to make it economically feasible? What do you have to do?
Improve the yield and improve the reaction efficiency.
Okay.
So I've got some innovations that hopefully will do that. And so I need to work on that, get it done. And it's an R&D synthesis project.
Wow, fascinating. We want to talk to you about it much more in depth later.
Perhaps I'll have a paper for you in Bangkok.
That's great. So, JC,
Yes.
how about you? What are you doing here in Singapore at the Suntec Singapore? You're local, you've been working with industry for such a long time. Why do you need to be here?
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Vicky, for the invitation. I'm glad to be back here again. As you know, I've been in this industry for many years. Been involved in business development in this region for 20 over years, 30 years. So I'm more like a person that go around and observing trends and putting them on paper, such that the rest of the world would appreciate what exactly goes on in Asia since the 90s until today.
Okay, in 10 seconds, tell us what those trends are.
10 years ago, you see a lot of interest of ASEAN's company wanting to venture out, right? They like to know the rest of the world and especially curious about China. So fast forward, China has developed so fast. And, but of course, geopolitical situation, tariffs is now driving trends the opposite directions. We've seen much more Chinese presence, the desire to go overseas and expansion. So we're seeing that synergy. I see that as a synergy rather than a threat. So
Okay.
embrace that.
Why are
it's
you calling it a
unstoppable.
synergy? What's the difference between a synergy and a trend?
I see everybody's participation in this industry for the last 20, 30 years as growing their capabilities and their assets. I see individual not as a threat, but they have their own strength for their existence until today. So I see strength in where they can collaborate rather than you, the opposite
Compete.
side being a threat and competition.
And would you say this is a good place to do business? This exhibition, how can this exhibition help you and the industry get to that point where we're really working in a collaborative way? We're not, yes, we're competitors, or you're competitors with others, but you can also cooperate
I
for the
think
better good.
I think just like a lot of platforms that you have created over the years, this is another platform that, although it's right now, I understand it's the second show, but it's a lot of room for expansion and growth, because where else can you find a single platform where everybody of the like-minded gather together?
So, JC, how can this exhibition help the industry collaborate?
I think that's a very good question, because observing things that develop over the years, this is another new platform with an entirely different community that is joining. You're seeing more Chinese presence here. You're seeing all walks of life in the value chain of industry. I think it is very, very important that they come together, let the world see them, that there's opportunities to collaborate together rather than as threat and competition.
Now, the problem we have here, of course, is there's a geographical divide now between China, India, Russia on one end, and the United States on the other end, and ASEAN is being caught in the middle. Can you comment on that? Or is that too sensitive?
That's a very tough question. But if you look at it just from a simple industry such as ours and our role in this world, I'll say just be friendly. Yes, we are ASEAN. Yes, there is China, and then the rest of the world. But look, equipment, which is what we care about, goes around the world, and it keeps the world moving, and it needs fluids and solutions. And here we are having the best brain in the world in this industry. We should be collaborating rather than competing as threat.
If I can add something to that, yes, there's political tension, but there's also common end user needs, the environmental impacts, the regulatory impacts, legal impacts, and OEM demands and requirements. And those are universal. Everybody must meet the same basic requirements. So I think collaboration in those areas is critical to success, and pulling together all the different nations and regions to do that is helpful for the industry. That makes it a bigger piece of pie for everybody. And yeah, we're going to have individual formulators and different products and applications they're focused on, but they all have the same end use requirements they have to meet, whether it's legal, environmental, or performance. Forum here can pull those pieces together, and Fuels and Lubes Asia has done a really good job at putting people on the forefront to advocate in those areas.
So, how do we get that message across? Because as an industry, we're very niche, we're very small. When you look at the entire oil and gas industry, or even the bigger energy industry, we're tiny. We're not really considered important. How do we make people aware that we are important in that conversation?
The question is, who's your target audience? You have to start there, and then have a plan in place to effectively get a message to that target audience that makes sense, and help them understand what is it we do and why is it important, and then get their buy-in. I think that will be helpful as a starting point.
Well, I think there are two audiences. You have the end user, and that could be you and me and Ben, right? Everyone drives a car, or anyone who drives a car, or anyone who, I would say, rides in Asia a motorcycle, right? That's our target.
Mhm.
They need to understand, like you were saying earlier, Glenn, they don't really care about the formulation of the lubricant. They just need the lubricant to work.
Right.
And then you have the regulators. They're regulating an industry that's too technical, and they need to understand what the implications are when they regulate, because it's not simple. A lot of moving parts, so to speak.
I think this industry encompasses a lot of moving parts to get it working. It is no doubt very tough. It's been a challenge, but I'm grateful that there are platforms like this where, like I said, we've got the best talent in the world serving in different roles in the organization, great organizations. We just need a single platform such as this where everybody comes in and showcase their thoughts, their technology, their belief, and put everything good together, and then just do our parts to serve our role in the growth of this industry and this world. Like I said, it's keeping the parts moving by bringing the best solution to the world.
So, together, you two probably have a collective experience spanning more than 5 decades, right? So, last question for both of you. What keeps you going? And what really makes you fulfilled about what you're doing?
I've grown with this industry in several great organizations. I'm privileged to do several major projects that happened during these 3 decades. I participated in them. I brought the global team together to support those ideas. I see it grow. And I right now at this point where I'm serving, I hope to bring all that I've learned, all that I have seen in the great people I know to 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 bring the resources where it is best to contribute and continue to contribute for not just today, but the future generation of this industry. And which is why I'm here, because this platform is just gathering everybody. All the great talents are here, and good people, all the way from Houston. Why not?
Yes. How about you, Glenn? Let's
Well-
hear from you.
I have fun every day doing what I do. I love my job. And I've done that for 40 some odd years. I look at it as I'm here to help people be successful. If they're successful, I'm successful. If everyone's successful, we all make money and life goes on. So I would tell my salespeople when I was a technology manager that our job was to help our customers be successful in their jobs at their plants or blending plants, refineries, whatever it was, so that their boss kept them hired so that they could feed their families and put shoes on their kids' feet. And that's what drives me.
That makes you get up every morning.
It does.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Glenn, and thank you, JC, for joining us today. And it's a real pleasure talking to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.